Alright, HoN Tour Season 3 is back. On the weekend we had some other tournaments, but obviously weekdays means replays of Gold Division casts. And yay, we got more Gold Division players who know exactly what they're talking about, which is always nice because I rarely do. But Cluck Muck, usual Monday stuff, always good, and bringing more of his teammates on. Dem Strats, I think you're number 4? 3? We've had Crapula on, we've had a Rocky Balboa on.
Number 5, I think. Bunny General was also on.
Right, yes, that's true.
So everyone has joined?
Everyone.
Yep.
It's Cluck Plus, apparently. What are you going to do now? You're going to start kicking people in order to bring...
Lots of drama.
That's going to be the new requirement for entry into Ogre, is whether or not you've cast with Cluck and Quincy before. And if you have, then too bad. Can't join Shrek is Love. It's not going to happen. Anyway, this is the losers bracket round 4, so both of these teams getting pretty close to the ultimate dream of making it to Diamond Division, and obviously they are in the losers bracket, which also means that if they lose here, they won't be able to continue, and every series means more. Every kill means more. It's crazy. But yeah, still a couple series to go, so definitely on the back foot, but not quite out of it yet. And so far we have banned Swiftblade, Magmus, Cthulhu, Kraken. I'm sorry, I've been casting like Rift Wars and Mid Wars all weekend, so it's taking me a while to realize what's happening here because this is very different. I don't know what's...
It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
How was the tournament?
It was quite fun. I know. I hope it was fun for people to play in, but it was definitely fun to watch and cast. Man, Rift Wars, like, that's a crazy map. It's crazy to play. It's crazy to watch. It's like, what the hell is going on?
Can't really anticipate where.
Yeah, like it's what I don't understand what's happening. You start, oh yeah, there goes the Valkyrie throwing a prisoner hook and stuff like that. That's the kind of thing that you say a lot. So it's very strange. I'm not really sure what happened, but we'll have the show match tomorrow too. So if any of you people are interested in watching that, obviously podcast will be subsequent, and they'll be playing Sync. And honestly, I'm a little worried for Sync.
Yeah, are they good at Rift Wars?
Yeah.
Like,
Big Bucks Money Crew won, and they're like a competitive mid-wars team. So they took every single series 2-0. If they get to Forests, there's no way they're going to win. I don't think they're particularly good at Forests, but they could pretty easily take the Mid-Wars map, and Rift Wars is so luck-based that...
Yeah.
Like...
But you play one map on each, or...?
Yeah, so you play first game is Mid-Wars, second game is Rift Wars, and third game is Forests.
Yeah, I think they could win the Mid-Wars map, I guess.
I think they could definitely win the Mid-Wars map, so...
I haven't seen them. Like, I have no idea what the players are.
They are super tryhard.
Yeah.
Like, they scream Mid-Wars.
They've got like 4,000. They've got like 4,000 Mid-Wars games played.
For real?
Yeah.
They're like top on the ladder and shit off the Mid-Wars as well.
I was actually playing Mid-Wars yesterday, and I ran into some of them. It was not a good time.
Wow.
It was not a good time.
Yeah, well then Sync is gonna have a hard time.
Yeah.
I guess, but they're not gonna have a single chance if it comes to the third map.
No.
So they're gonna have to take 2-0 if they want to win.
And now, to be fair, Sync has a lot of practice on Mid-Wars as well, because they play Mid-Wars to warm up before HoN Tour matches. So it's not like they're completely unfamiliar with it. And I don't know, maybe the coordination is better.
They just pro though when they play.
Yeah.
They don't take it that seriously.
Yeah. Still, I mean, hopefully that'll help. I don't know. I'm a little concerned about Sync, to be honest. Like, I think they're still going to win it, but it could be more interesting. Speaking of Mid-Wars heroes, there's Prisoner. We haven't talked about this game at all. We should probably do that, because they're in the second stage.
Maybe.
Rhapsody, Pharaoh, and Tempest for Sport Pixel Legion side. Glacius, Parasite, and Pebbles for the Hellborn team. Warbeast, Wretched Hag, and Dr. Repulsor were the bans for Legion, Silhouette, Madman, and PM for the Hellborn side. So Hellborn focusing a little bit more on the carry role, and Legion ganking-oriented carries, I guess, with Hag and Dr. Repulsor. But the burst damage on this Hellborn team is kind of crazy. This is really all-out magic focus. I'm a little bit worried about it, to be honest.
I don't know, if they play it out right, then just get the right roam, they
Yeah.
can easily take it. Like
Sure.
it's all about who plays their lineup the best.
Yeah. And to be fair, like it's not like Legion's going super late game either. They don't really have a carry yet.
Yeah. They have pretty strong fight as well.
Yeah. But their initiation and team fight's pretty fantastic. So it's probably going to be one of those ganks versus team fight oriented things, which tend to go very well for the gank lineup if it ends early, if they get off to a good start. But if they don't, then rather difficult to deal with the push from the Legion side and the team fight.
Yeah, if they don't find a ganks, they're just gonna fall behind until they have no chance of winning a team fight anymore.
Right.
Oh, Drunken Master, I don't like that.
Me
at
neither.
Me neither.
I was like, they barely have the late game.
Yeah.
Because they pick Drunken Master, and then it's kinda... They probably, like... They're gonna be easy, really easy to gank now.
And they've got this Dark Lady Shadow picked, which... that would be okay. I'm not really a huge fan of it. I think it takes too long to get going compared to the rest of the lineup, but... it would give them late game presence, which would be nice. I don't know.
I would like a range carry more.
Yeah. Something with a little more mid-game presence. Something that can fight earlier on. Corrupted Disciple would work here, I think. Yeah, I'd like a CD.
Yeah, CD would be okay, I guess.
I don't even like CD very much, but I think it would work. Soul Stealer would probably work pretty well.
Yeah, I actually think CD would be a good pick here. He will easily get the conduit off on
Right.
either Pharaoh, Drunken, or...
I don't know. Soul Stealer was. I don't know. We're not gonna say Soul Stealer. They have really good lineup against Soul Stealer as Legion. Like there's three.
it's-
Like
CD, not SS.
oh wow.
I said
Wow.
Soul Stealer as a second option. That was me. It's my
Oh,
fault.
okay.
You can't pick Clanks, right?
No, he is not allowed in tournament mode right now. Are they gonna make me a genius? Please make me a genius. Come on, pick the CD. Damn it. That's fine. Honestly.
Yeah, they're just going full out roam
Right.
/ gank.
And hey, might as well double down. And BH will have some late game presence as well, although he doesn't do particularly well. He is... I think he's the only hero in HoN Tour that's been played more than 5 times and hasn't won. He's like 0-7 or 0-8 or something like that.
Wow.
The hero sucks.
Yeah, I don't think he's very good either. I think in this lineup he's okay. Because of the way it's constructed. But a lot of the time we'll see like a traditional lineup with a Blood Hunter as a 1, which is just silly, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. He's not a carry. He
No.
has barely any scaling spells at all.
Right.
His skill sets are really bad once you get like 20 minutes into the game, because then his spells won't do anything. In my opinion. You have to play in like a third, so that if you're going to pick him. But even then, it's like so hard to build around because he just doesn't do enough to fill any slot. Like if you need an initiator and you need a carry, and then you got the third option. Then you can pick your Balanted there, I guess, but you much rather have something else, like a Bubbles or another initiator, or like just pure damage.
Right.
I kind of feel like Balanted tries to do everything and then just instead fails at everything.
And I think in certain, like, he feels like more like a counter pick than a real pick. Like, if you're playing a Doctor, then the silence is just crazy awesome. So, there are certain situations where you're like, I'm going to pick this hero because another team picked a different hero, and he has a skill set that really makes it problematic for the other hero to play against him. But that's... I'm not really sure if I'm a fan of drafting that way. I think it's good to consider that sort of thing. I'm just not sure if you pick a hero entirely because it is supposed to counter another hero, because that doesn't always work the best, I feel like. But it also means that he's just a really situational pick.
But if you draft a Blood Hunter that way, like you're thinking the right way, because you want to counter the Doctor, but the problem is you can just pick like 30% of the hero pool can just pick up a Hellflower instead and do the same thing.
Right.
And you just give so much more.
Right. And it looks like Legion's going to go pretty traditional with their lane setup. We're going to have a Suicide Pharaoh in the top lane up against the Blood Hunter as a solo, and middle lane we'll have a dual Prisoner and Rhapsody as the solo Bubbles, and Hellborn going to run the aggro dual lane with Pebbles and Glacius up against Drunken Master. And I like this from the Hellborn, actually. I like the aggro duel here.
I mean, they have two pretty strong solo laners. Like,
Right.
Bubble isn't that strong, but Bloodhunter is really strong. He's going to win top.
Right.
Yeah.
And Bubbles won't
So I
die
like
in
this as
middle,
well. Yeah,
because
exactly.
Take cover means Prisoner Hook's never going to connect.
Yeah. And then he can just shell away even though he's shackled. If he's not, if Prisoner is not really quick with that.
Right.
Yeah.
So Parasite here, trying to harass Tempest out a little bit, actually taking a lot of damage. We'll grab a Vulture Lord.
Oh, wait, I didn't have auto skip house on.
Oh god,
Oh.
this guy.
Wow, wow.
No. Wow. Why did
And
nobody
Rhapsody.
tell me?
I know, right? Rhapsody's dead.
Rhapsody's gonna fall. Yep.
First
There we
Or,
go.
yeah.
So Rhapsody rotating from the middle lane to the bottom, and obviously that's going to help out Drunken Master, but not quite as much if she's dying. Serenity
Yeah, like,
bloodlust.
I mean, you gotta be careful with your positioning there. You can't really stand there as a Rhapsody when they have
Right.
aggressive line.
And I mean, they saw her coming in too. They've got a word of sight, and she
Yeah.
ran right into Parasite and auto attacked him for a while. So it's not like they were unaware of the switch. They knew where she was coming from. They knew that she was coming
Yeah.
in, and it felt like she was just like, "I'm going to walk into the lane."
Yeah.
Fuck,
Can
you
we
got,
do a resync?
Yeah,
maybe?
we just hit 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
We
pause
pause
at
at
2:05.
2:05?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
Wow.
pause at 2:05.
Like one.
On the in-game counter.
Okay, I'm ready.
5, 4,
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Much better. Time to
Gang
come over
coming
here.
in
Yeah,
now.
they're gonna try to get this Glacius.
This
The
is
Goddess
really
Sun's go on
important.
to him. There's the Stalagmite didn't actually hit anything, I don't think. And Glacius is gonna die.
Oh.
That's really important for the Legion team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna put them ahead in the duel lane. They
Oh
really
no!
need to win
Oh,
that.
Drunken.
Oh, the mana potion.
Immediately cancelled. That was an interesting time to
Why?
pop in a mana potion. And
I mean, if you look at top, you see.
Yeah.
I mean, Bloodhound is just dominating.
Pharaoh at 160 gold per minute, Bloodhunter at 250 GPM. You can see a 6 and 4 for Pharaoh and 13 and 6 for Bloodhunter. So yeah, no huge surprise there. Loves his melee on melee mashups. His
Yeah.
Feast basically makes it impossible to lane against that hero.
Yeah.
Hellfire should help a little bit, but yeah, I really wouldn't expect too much from this Pharaoh.
Oh, it's
No.
gonna be really tough laner. He's just boxing him out now if you see. Like whenever Pharaoh enters the lane, he just goes up and right clicks him.
Right.
Pharaoh can't really do anything about it. But I gotta say, Hellborn drafted really smart that way, because they have both Bloodhunter and Bubbles are really good in the lanes versus
Yeah.
Prisoner and Pharaoh. Which means they're gonna have
Like-
an edge coming out of the laning phase. Which is really
They
good
pretty
if
much
you're
have-
on a gank lineup.
Like, they're pretty much set up to win every lane at the moment,
Yeah.
which is really good.
Yeah. And for the most part, they're doing that. Bottom lane, Bubbles out GPMing the Drunken, and Bubbles is out GPMing the Prisoner, and Bloodhunter's out GPMing the Pharaoh. Jungle's not going super well for them. as
Yeah, but
Tempest-
that's expected.
Yeah.
Like, they have a Rhapsody just helping him out. It's gonna be really hard for Parasite to actually stay there.
as a
They've
Eastern
done a
Knight.
really
Yeah,
good job
he's-
blocking the hard camp as well.
And Rhapsody, you're in some trouble. Leech coming out. Gonna need the body blocks from Parasite a little bit. Actually, no. Stalagmites will connect. And there's a shock on top of the Ice Imprisonment, so easy kill on Rhapsody once again. Legion side do have a ward that does spot out the rune at the top river, but they didn't see the haste in bottom, so not easy to deal with. And I do like this
Did they
ward
help them?
beside. Sorry.
I just wonder. Oh no, I found. I just wonder where they had the ward. They have a ward like at the middle tower.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like that.
I feel like. You do?
I mean, it's gonna stop.
No.
It's gonna spot the Parasite trying to come in for.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess,
Still,
but it
like-
only spots mid. If they put it at the rune ward instead, they would have avoided like 2 kills. I feel. No.
That's possible. Top lane actually, Eggy B gonna die as you have the Bubbles gank coming in. Completely missed that. Parasite getting harassed a little bit in the woods. Rhapsody dropping some Cicados, and he will grab a Minotaur here.
He's probably gonna die here.
Yeah, he's
Wait.
not going to be in the greatest position. Or maybe he'll just leave.
Oh, the hook?
Not going to miss. No. So. Oh, here comes
Oh,
Pharaoh. They really want this kill. Mummy walls? No?
Mummy
Hellfire?
walls?
Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't mummy walls here. I guess he's just trying to kill the Minotaur, but there's the stomp again. And
There is not gonna get him. Wow. Four
Nope.
Oh, there
players.
isn't so
yeah,
much
here
time.
comes Drunken.
Drunk.
5. Go the train, go!
Leech, come on! No! Damn it!
Kill him!
Well,
Nice.
they got the kill.
He was so close. They did get the kill.
That was so not worth it though.
No.
The waste super time.
That was not great. I mean, in the meantime, Pebbles is free farming the bottom lane, and Bloodhunter's up to 400 gold per minute at the top. And Pharaoh can't lane here anymore at all. He's just gonna rotate.
I think they're rotating from bottom to mid with Pebbles and Glaciers.
Yeah, it certainly looks that way. And Bubbles was hiding in the woods, now gonna transition to the bottom lane. Actually, the Pharaoh actually in, but the hook misses.
Wow.
Oh, wow!
That should be a kill. That should really be a
That
kill.
was not pretty.
No.
That was some pretty serious lack of coordination right there. From TZP. And Bloodhunter also pushing the top tower pretty effectively, so wouldn't be surprised to see that go down in the next couple of ways. They should have a catapult coming in the next spawn. 30 seconds, at 7:30 I mean. Yeah. So, either with that wave or the next, this tower's probably dead.
Yep.
Or maybe it's just dead
It's gonna
now.
go down now. Yep. Well, they've left in top for like 3 minutes
Right.
now,
The
uncontested.
Hellborn have destroyed
It's gonna
a
happen
Legion
sooner or
tower.
later.
Yeah.
Middle lane, they're trying to do something with this Pebbles Glacius. Neither of them are level 6, but they really need the hook to initiate. And now they actually drag the creeps up the hill, which means they saw Rhapsody. So they know that there's this dual lane here. They did have a word of sight anyway, so they probably spotted it out. But element of surprise pretty much gone. Tempest just going to return to farming. This Bubbles, yeah, Bubbles now occupying the suicide role. And Drunken Master basically by himself. I mean, this Rhapsody is level 3, not great, and doesn't seem to have had too much impact in this game. She keeps rotating, trying to figure out exactly where she wants to be and what she wants to do, and when she does rotate, it seems like she gets picked off, so I think they need to concentrate on somebody. Like, do you want Prisoner to win mid, or to give him a better chance to win mid? Do you want Drunken Master to do something in the bottom lane?
Yeah,
Like,
I agree. Like now they just lose every lane now.
right.
Like if the lane is set up like this, you need to make sure at least you win one lane. Like
Right.
you need to win one lane, and you're not gonna like be able to do that if you're not making direct like a decision and then sticking to it.
Right,
If you just run
rotations.
around, yeah, if
Yeah.
you just run around and think you will try to gank or do something, you're not gonna make anything happen.
Right.
Missed Stalagmites mid. Oh.
And, I mean, Rhapsody, a hero that loves levels, too. She wants that level 6 as soon as possible, so all that time that she spends not in lane, not getting some experience actually bottom, they will pick off Drunken as BH came in for the kill. Pharaoh Rocket gonna connect and kills Bubbles. Wow. Did a lot of
Oh.
damage. Level 3 Pharaoh Rocket.
That was so edge.
well-
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't get the port off in time. But Pebble's now level 6, Prisoner level 7, Glacier's level 5, Rhapsody's still level 3, so... And comes back again. Prisoner not
Missed.
catching Pebbles, but I'm not even sure if he was trying to hit Pebbles there. Because
I'm not sure.
if he hits
I think-
Pebbles, I don't think he kills Pebbles. I mean, Rhapsody's kind of nearby, but I guess Pharaoh's here too with a Wrath.
I think Rhapsody should just be in the middle lane,
Yeah.
and as long as he's in stun range of Pebbles, Pebbles is going to be really scared to go and get last hits.
Right.
Well, now it's just free farming. Mid.
I mean, there's no reason for Rhapsody to be sitting this far back. Like,
No.
make yourself a presence in the lane. Show up to the side of the hill, and say, yeah, if you try to come forward here, I'm going to start hitting you a bunch with my auto attacks because I can do that. You have low base armor and stuff, that helps. And let Prisoner just take the farm. Instead,
I agree.
Prisoner's kind of playing far back. Pebbles wants to do something with this rune. You do have a Rev Ward, but it's not quite in range of where he's currently sitting. And Drunken Master off to the side, gonna get spotted out by War's Sight. So we have really 3 heroes in the middle lane right now. Nobody's bot. Nobody's really top.
But they've seen you now. On the he's on the Revelation Ward,
Yeah.
so they know that they have enemies.
And they're gonna... Okay, so Pharaoh ported mid, and Drunken Master's porting bot. I don't know if TZP really understands what they want to do at this point in the game.
I think they want to try to set up mid, but like they don't have the they can't set up because they have wards. Like the Hellborn team has wards, and then they're just sitting there as 4 people doing nothing. Well, I don't know. I think REXXARS is playing this right.
Yeah, and
they're spreading out the farm.
On to Prisoner 945, chuck back right in, and the hook not going to do too much. He's not going to be able to get the ultimate off because he's silenced in the background. They do kill Rhapsody pretty damn easily. Now Prisoner's not silenced anymore, but it's not going to matter. Had the prison break, but really wasn't going to happen. So they got a couple of kills there in the middle lane. So that's what. Okay, Hellborn side played that exactly correctly, and the Legion side basically just gave us a clinic in what not to do. They kept rotating people middle. They were like, let's bring Drunken Master middle, let's bring Pharaoh middle, let's have Rhapsody sit mid, Tempest will show up every so often. They never even tried to gank, really. They just wasted a whole bunch of people's time. When Hellborn brought the gank, they brought Bubbles and Bloodhunter and Parasite, their whole team, and they immediately just went.
But like they went slightly before they ported or went in, so Legion team didn't have time to react.
Right. But like that was the correct way to execute a gank right there, because you're not wasting. Bloodhunter spent all that time farming top. All the time that the Legion side was rotating middle, and do we want to go? Okay, we're not going to go. Maybe we will go. Bloodhunter was farming top. Bubbles was farming bottom. Parasite was farming the jungle. And then, when they actually go in to set up the gank, hey look, they get a couple of kills, they go right back to farm.
That's kind of a problem with the draft though. Because they have initiation already with Pharaoh and the hook, but the hook is so unreliable. And with the hook, you need to have the follow-up there immediately, so you can't do what the Hellborn does, like just initiate and then port in. They have to be there before they start the fight. And that makes, like, if you fail against them, you lose a lot of gold on your team.
Right. I really don't like this Drunken pick. I think a lot of it comes back to that. Top lane, they're getting silenced out. We'll get some TP support though. And looks like Bloodhunter doesn't really want to fight this anymore. Did use the hemorrhage, but Pharaoh stood his ground. If they'd gone for a later game carry, then they could have played this just really passively. Said, alright, we're going to take the late game here. You want to try to gank us early on. We're not going to start fights. We'll just farm with Tempest. We'll farm with Pharaoh and Prisoner. We'll free farm the bottom lane. And speaking of that, Drunken Master going to get popped here. He just totally killed. It was not pretty.
Turbo's blink.
But the Drunken Master pick means that they can't really be sure about the late game. They have to be more mid-game oriented, but the rest of their team isn't super well built for that.
Yeah, and it also comes down a lot to that Hellborn just has a lot more mid-game.
Right.
Than they do. Even though it feels like Legion wants to focus on it as well.
I mean, you look at both of these teams, and neither of them is really a late game team. But Hellborn is definitely a mid game team. Their lanes were very good.
Yeah.
And
like it's pretty even late game as well. It's like if Hellborn comes with a great advantage into the late game,
right,
they're gonna have it. Like it doesn't matter. But I don't know. It feels like the Legion team doesn't have a clue what they're doing this game. They don't really have a game plan.
Yeah.
Like Pharaoh is not farming top, and he's just focusing on ganking. And Drunken Master is not sure if he's gonna be mid or farm bottom. Like they don't really have a clear game plan.
I mean, look at the GPMs.
He doesn't have a lane or bottom.
all 4 of the
Yes.
cores on the
there's-
Hellborn side are higher GPM than all 4 of the cores on the Legion side. So
Yeah.
that just shouldn't happen.
No. Like, they should have probably secured farm on Prisoner mid instead of actually rotating Rhapsody bots.
Yeah.
Because, like, Drunken Master can do just fine as a
Right.
suicide on short lane. And then they will secure a fast PK or whatever Prisoner wants to go. And they will secure Tempest in the woods, or at least some.
Right.
And then they have at least 2 farmed heroes that can actually make a difference.
And middle lane once again,
But now
Kelfield
there's-
onto 2. Actually uses the Chuck to break the stun. And Pharaoh is going to die in the background. In the meantime, Bubbles shell strips away from the hook. But there's a Tempest ultimate onto 3. And there's the Prison Break coming out. But Jake Cover going to help Bubbles survive a little bit longer. Not long enough. And the Legion side turning this around. They get a couple of kills right off the bat. And they're going to try to finish off Prisoner here. It looks like they will be able to. Pharaoh coming back in. But here's Pebbles with the second cycle. And there goes Rhapsody as well. Drunken Master trying to run away. But Friendly Wall is actually doing a lot to interrupt the Hellborn Seed. There goes the Hemorrhage, and he's going to have to stand his ground. He will die. Quad kill for Bloodhunter. He's going for the Annihilation on the Pharaoh. Are they going to give it to him? Yeah, they're trying to. Pebbles is just like, yeah, you take it. There we go.
Yep.
Genocide.
Well, that
I would
wasn't
call
good.
that game. To be
Yeah,
honest.
I wouldn't
Like,
be
now
surprised.
there's so much momentum now.
Yep, there it is.
Yep.
Defeat.
Well,
Hellborn
game 1
wins.
is going to go to the guys on REXXARS. As I mean, I think that was just. I'm not sure what anything. If there's anything else other than to say, then that was not pretty from TZP. It didn't really feel like they knew what they were doing with the lineup, with all sorts of stuff. So, I will.
Yep.
Let's. I don't know, Cluck. You want to do final thoughts on that game?
Well, yeah, they just outlaned them so hard that when they took the first team fight, they had no chance.
Right.
Like,
They
you
just-
saw, when they took the team fight, there was actually quite even. But then
Yeah.
the levels and farm came ahead. Like, they couldn't win the team fight because Hellborn team was already 2 ahead.
If that fight was even in terms of gold, Legion would have had it, no doubt. Like, they were pretty close. Like, they got a
That's
couple of
true,
kills.
Or 3-man
They had
Tempest
three
ulti.
people. Yeah.
Right. Well, I don't know if there's anything more to say. Demonstrate anything to follow that up or not, or if we.
No, we pretty much covered
Yeah,
it.
I think we pretty much did. It was pretty clear what was going on there. All right. Well, that'll do it here for game 1. We'll be doing game 2 shortly.